Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to Clanfolk as we come back at the start of year 4 in spring. Things certainly have heated up a little bit. I mean, it's still like -10 outside with the wind chill, not quite -10, but you know, you can kind of feel it. And yeah, things are a little bit chilly. Now, we do need to think about putting in an extra wash zone. Seems that with this many people, we need to have at least enough wash zones that everybody can get washed. That's fair. You know, people will want to get that done, but we've managed to make our way through a fairly horrid winter period. Things got a little bit dicey. Our amount of food, I mean, to be fair, we're still not really out of the woods yet, as per se, because we're still struggling a little bit for food. Now, we do have Finley, our guest here. He has obviously stayed the night. He's going to give us a wee bit of money. That's going to be very, very good. And we obviously have Margaret, who's over here, and she's going to be working for us as well. She's an incredibly good crafter, which is really, really nice for us, and hopefully it means that we were able to kind of do some stuff. But once again, we've fallen into the trap of saying, hey, we have far too much straw. We're absolutely fine. We are not, as it turns out, absolutely fine. We don't have enough straw yet again. But now that we are in spring, what we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, see your reeds. I want every single reed possible planted. And the reason for this is what we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, emergency, everybody plant as many reeds as you can. Don't care what you're doing. First day we're planting reeds. Why are we doing this? We want to get straw. And hopefully they should be probably ready by maybe not this episode, maybe next episode, but we can see what happens. Very, very interesting that you've come with onion seeds, you've come with nails. We're going to spend a lot of our money. We'll give you some dry hides. We could even buy some onions from you, which could be used to make soup. Yeah, I say on you go. Spend all of our money just for a good time. What do you have? You have neeps, you got some logs, you got some branches. We don't need any of that, so actually we'll tell you to go and we'll say see you later. What we also want to do as well is obviously we want to make sure that we have our fields ready, so let's get ourselves a wee field of grass. Let's get ourselves our oat field. And now as well we want to make sure that we're growing up our vegetables, so we'll get our onions, we'll get our kale, we'll get our neeps. Now, I don't believe we actually did get any bean seeds, which I guess given the fact that we don't appear to actually have broad beans here, does make a lot of sense, but it's okay. What we'll do is we'll get some flax, and we can probably just go ahead and say, hey, let's just grow some oats and these other ones as well. Now, we could also get some berry bushes as well if we wanted to, but I think we just focus on getting these grown. Get the reeds down, and then I think we actually just say, hey, all of this is just really high priority. All of the planting needs to get done as soon as possible. We're not making the same mistake we made last time. Just go ahead and plant everything, please. Thank you. Got another trader here. What do you have? You've got flax sheaf. You got some seeds as well. How are we doing for hayseed? We don't actually have that much hayseed. So you know what? We're actually going to sell you a couple of baskets and we'll buy some extra hayseed just so we can make sure we can grow that grass. And that should be good. We can also sell you a whole bunch of fertilizer. So we will, just so we can get some extra money. And then we'll get you to leave. And yeah, there we go. Everybody is pretty happy. Esther is leaving as well. I think she's hopefully had a nice time. And yes, overall, things going pretty good. Get yourself to planting, everybody. We managed to plant all of those reeds, or pretty much all of them, which is good. And then now we can just go ahead and we can get all these planted here. Ah, spring. Time to sit there and farm away. But given that we have everybody on it, it's actually progressing really quickly. Much faster than it would be if we were doing other things as well. Just means that today is a little bit of a dead day in terms of actually, you know, getting other things done. Now, when it comes to this, yes, we have said, hey, stop that. I keep making that joke every single time I see the hay trough, and I do apologise, but I'm not going to stop. I'm afraid that's just something you're going to have to sit through a little bit. But yeah, so long as we can actually get all of this planted, it doesn't look like we have quite enough kale seeds. That's okay. You know, same with the neeps. So we have got plenty for our onions, which is good. Obviously got a wee bit of flax as well. We're going to start growing that as well. Looking good. Ah, perfect. Right, let's get this off high priority for the ones where we don't have the seeds, just so the game doesn't shout at us. And then we can sit there and say, hey, good job. Just like that, first day, everything planted, all the reeds planted. They'll hopefully grow nice and quick, and we can get ourselves some additional straw for all the stuff we need to do. And just like that, the temperature has improved oh so much. All of a sudden it's now actually above freezing, which is great. Everybody's not going to be needing to run inside all the time. We're actually going to be able to do some stuff. Hopefully we'll actually be able to spend some time with the timbery, actually be able to kind of get things through. That would be really, really good. We still have plenty of logs. One thing we don't have very much of, admittedly, is peat. So we do need to go out and grab some more peat. Just when we can. Just so we can finish off that extra building. Just when we're able to. Now, admittedly, that is all wooden flooring, so we also need other stuff as well. And the daub walls as well, we'll need a little bit of stuff, but mostly clay. So we don't really have to worry about that. But I really like to make sure that we have enough peat stack that we could actually go ahead and say, hey, you see this barn? Just replace that straw with thatch, just so we can reclaim a little bit of straw. That'd be good. We go through an awful lot of straw, it seems, to repair these beds. I mean, all these beds are going to take so long to, or so much straw to do. A little bit of a shame, but them's a break, I suppose. I'm very happy we managed to get all this planted. I mean, with the size of us now, this is almost like seeming like maybe a little bit too small of a garden. We might need to actually think about putting up a larger field somewhere, but we'll worry about that in the future. Right now, we've got what we have, and we can worry about what's happening afterwards later on. But yeah, overall, things not looking too bad. We've got plenty of raw eels. This room here is still nice and cool, which we like to see. How about this room over here again? Not looking too bad. Still pretty cool in here. It's actually held its temperature pretty well, this room, which I'm quite pleased about. Could have maybe done with some more jugs of ice, but I think we're actually just out of jugs. I mean, we've got plenty of water jugs over here, but we just might need some more. Yeah, that's just used all 30. Wow, there you go. Ah, perfect. We actually managed to get the hide scraper done as well. Let's go ahead and say, hey, give us some clean hides. Not sure how much ashed hides we have, but they can be pretty good. There we are. So bark wash as well. Where do we want to put that? I almost kind of want to put it inside here somewhere. Just where it could fit, but there's not really anywhere like proper we can fit it. Unless we're like, you know, over the... I guess we could put it there. Might catch on fire. How flammable is it? No, it's not very flammable. We'll put it there. Just getting a little bit, you know, crowded in here. Actually, I guess we could put it where the rush light kit is. That might be a better one. What one do we already have? We already have the ash wash. Christine, yeah, you can come in as soon as you get here. So now we want to get the bark wash. Put you in the corner there. And that should be good. There we are. Yeah, you come in. And we'll say, go ahead and have yourself a wee bed. We'll give you that one there. We will give you that one there. Yep. Go and enjoy yourself. Come in. Have a nice time. Go for a poo. Love to see it. Wonderful. Yeah, overall things looking pretty well. Quite happy with how things are progressing. Margaret nearly has a private room, just not quite. But at the very least she's able to kind of enjoy herself. She's still very satisfied, so that is the main thing. Now, when it comes to Sophia's actually got the spare room tonight, so lucky her. Private room, she should hopefully be very, very happy. Not disturbed either. Good stuff. And with that, first day's done. Was it the bit... Huntress just at it again. I was sitting there going, oh yeah, we know. Our food stockpiles could be a wee bit better, but then Huntress just goes ahead and just kills a wolf. Just like that. Just says, no, you know what, you're not staying. Off you go. As we come into day 112, and there's still so much to do. There's still oh so much to do. I mean, we haven't even got any filling rations. We need to get some berries together. Which is a bit of a shame that we don't have enough room to get some berry bushes in, but then unfortunately it's the break. So there's the all the animals coming out into the morning sun to try and feast on as much as they can. And with that, that has given us some leather. Okay. Okay. Very, very cool. So yeah, now we've got clean hide. Now we can make some leather, and the question is, where do we do that again? I can't quite remember. Oh no, it's after we do the bark wash, of course. Is when we get the leather. Hopefully we'll be able to unlock something then. Some leather clothing. That we'll probably get after we get a little bit of leather together, which is okay. Ah, oh, beautiful. Things are really starting to progress. Willia, what do you have for us? Some really good stuff. Dry peat bricks, iron ore, I will never say no. Got plenty of clean wool. Got plenty of onion seeds. Could sell you some chickens if you want it. That is true. Could sell you some chickens. I think we're alright for now. We'll sell you some baskets just because, you know, they're fairly easy to make and we can make some money off that. There you go. Good stuff. How are we doing in terms of reputation as well? We got to see Pringle, we're doing alright. Anderson, we're doing alright. McFarlane, we're doing really well. On McGregor, we're nearly up. What are you, Hendrik? You are McGregor, so if we can buy some stuff off you. Got another sow. Do we want to buy that? At the very least, I mean, that's an adult pig. We can always, you know, butcher that for food. Only that's a bad investment. Don't need that chicken. This will at least make you happy. We'll sell you off a couple more baskets. Can't sell you off any manure, which is annoying, but that's okay. I'll tell you to go. We got our wee pig here. Hopefully we can get a boar, and that'll be excellent. Not quite enough to get us above. It gives us 9 when she leaves. Oh, we just needed a little bit more, but there's nothing really I wanted to sell to her, and there wasn't anything I wanted to buy, so unfortunately, my dear, that's as good of a deal you're going to get. But yeah, things going quite well. We're getting our eels now, which means we should be able to cook them up. That should really kind of improve the amount of stuff we have to eat. And we can continue on and on. Now, when these berry bushes, which I can never remember quite where they are, they're kind of all around the map, to be fair, so once they do eventually grow, we'll harvest some berries. I wonder if we maybe actually say, hey, let's just go ahead and plant a couple of berry bushes over here. You know, just so they're nice and close by. We've got a few of them that aren't really grown, but we can just say, because this bit as well, like, this is like one of the floodplainy bits. You know, it got quite bad here. We don't have any berries to plant them, but if I think we can get some, like, dedicated sort of, like, berry area. Even, like, sort of berry rows might be a wee bit nicer, but just at the moment, I'd quite like to get as much as possible. If we could. Yeah, so we got loads of clean wool. Means we just need to get loads of wool hanks. Might just take a wee while, that's all. Now, Per Martin's just, you know, working away, that's all he does. All he does is spend every day weaving. So, fair play to him. He does love his job, and apparently he's pooped his pants, but nothing you can do about it, I suppose. You'd think you'd have a bit more self-control, but then, never mind. Oh. At the very least, this has got some leather, which is great. That means we can now think about making some leather bottoms and a leather tunic. Let's just make one of each just now, just to unlock the rest of the stuff. And we think about what we want after that. How are we doing, Huntress? Still pregnant. Still loving life. Sophia's off quarrying stone. Thomas is getting... his age is getting up there, that's for sure. Which is good. Target, how you doing? You're incredibly satisfied, which is good because you are grateful, and you're going to be pregnant for quite a while, so things are looking good for everybody. And we're slowly but surely finishing off this this house here. We've managed to get the majority of the roof done. We just need to get a little bit more stuff done with it. With that, well, I think we got rid of the roof job, didn't we, during the winter, just because we ran out of peat. It was a good move. I don't think it wasn't a good move. There's some broad beans over here. We'll need to remember that so we can go ahead and get some broad beans for next year, or potentially even when they grow, we might be able to get another planting in. But I'm not going to hold my breath. I'll put it that way. Doing all right for big stones, which I guess now that we have the quarry, we could start building stuff out of stone, just, you know, so it looks nice. I wonder if that's maybe more the sort of late game stuff. Once we actually learn proper stone working, we can maybe do some better stuff there, like some actual proper stone bricks. That'll look pretty nice, although the rough stone's also quite nice. There we go, yeah, just go ahead, hearth that up. Looking good. How's our reeds going? I mean, it's literally the second day, but, you know, I want them to grow. I want them to grow really, really fast, please. Everything here is growing pretty fast. Decent growth rates on most things, especially stuff that's fertilized. Everything should be nice and wet as well. Oh, perfect, and we managed to actually get our brick making table done. So we can make wet clay bricks and wet clay tiles. I guess we just say, hey, let's make 50 of each. And then we need to dry them in these new storage places. The clay brick dryer, which I guess we can just put over here. And the clay tile dryer, like so. And we'll have to obviously make sure that we thatch these over. But we don't have any straw at the moment, so it doesn't really matter anyway. Yeah, cool. Brick making, so we can now make the with the wet clay bricks and the tiles. Should give us another thing to do. Dougal, you know what? In you come. Anderson, we could do with a little bit more reputation. Food stocks aren't fantastic, don't get me wrong. I really like those clean hides and to not be out in the rain, same with those wool hanks, but I guess it's just, you know, what's happening now. But yeah, I could really just do with just more reputation with the clan. I just want everybody to kind of like me more so I get more options for buying. McFarlane's still really, really good. The fact that they've got the iron ore, really nice. It's really, really helping our metal industry, especially because I feel like we're not particularly mining things as fast as we maybe once were. But then again, we also don't have any workers. We didn't actually say to Dougal to have his own spare room, so I guess we're not going to get much in terms of satisfaction. A little bit of a shame, but yeah, I guess we could set him with the owner there and say, if you want to, you can come around, but still, not ideal. Not ideal. Not ideal. Looks like we got what would have been Mr. Clucker's bit there. We do have a male poulet here, so I guess we're just going to slaughter him. We might as well do that for the meat. There's a fire. Fortunately, it's not on our house this time. Still can't believe how lucky we got that we just didn't, you know, things didn't burn down during the winter. In fact, we're going to make sure that this is, yeah, I was going to say definitely there's a flammable block there. I can't quite see it against the stone, but I'm just making sure there's definitely one there. Because I'm not having that happen again. No siree. Not in the depths of winter are we having our house burned down. So yeah, we're not going to get much reputation out of Dougal, which is a little bit of a shame. At least he's going to pay us a little bit, which is always good. Can't complain about that. You know, we're just going to work away a little bit as well. Yeah, things still looking good in the cool rooms. We'll see how they kind of are during midday. These usually seem to last until summer. So unless it's like particularly like, you know, hot spell, I think we should be alright. Some reeds over here that are growing. Probably not the ones that we planted now. Those ones are still growing. They're nearly there though. They do grow pretty quick, reeds, so you've always got to remember that. There we go. Poulet slaughtered. Very nice. We can just concentrate on getting things sorted out. We always roast those beans as well, but I think they're better off in this stew. But it doesn't look like we've got anything left to really make with that, unfortunately. Still, we can just kind of work on getting things planted. Once we do eventually manage to get these vegetables picked, then we'll be looking much better for food. Same thing once we get these berry bushes here. Once we actually manage to get them, you know, fruiting, that'll be really, really nice. How are we doing over here with the ferns? Ferns are growing slowly but surely. So I think once we have both the reeds grown and the ferns grown, we should be getting an awful lot of straw in. It's always good when you can tell like a cough's just about to come. But yeah, I can definitely tell that one was coming, so I managed to, at the very least, save your ears from that. But yeah, just overall working away, things working pretty well. Good amount of fertilizer down. Margaret's working away, she's hauling it about. No traders today, a little bit of a shame. Would have liked to maybe, you know, grab something off them if possible, but it doesn't look like we are able to. Having what could only be called a lovely spring shower at the moment, which is just torrential rain. It's going sideways, that's how you know it's going well. Ah, cool, here we go, flax fibres. So with this we can now make flax fibres. Another job for Martin to do, fantastic. Well, he's off. He's actually having a little bit of a break and he's off to go harvest heat, poor guy. When you're not good at it, you might as well, you know, stick with what you're good at, but I do respect the fact that you're hustling to get some peat. There we go, we're still working away at replacing the dirt path, which I think we actually did pretty good on, to be honest. You know, it's not the quickest thing in the world to do this, but we are getting there. We are indeed getting there. There we go. We probably could do with another bath once we get a wee second, but yeah, we're slowly but surely getting some leather in. Have we managed to actually make a leather tunic? We have made a leather tunic and a leather bottoms, actually. That's pretty good. I wonder if we need to make a fine straw hat and a fine straw cloak in order to unlock. We actually don't even have a woolen cloak or woolen hat. Let's get both of them, because we can definitely do that. I would like to think so, because then we can see then if this is going to help us unlock any of the other stuff that we need in order to make what we want. Ah, perfect. We've actually managed to get the clay tile dryer done. Not that there's going to be any use because, you know, the rain's about. And we can now make linen hanks. So we do this, and then we can probably start making some linen clothes, and that's going to be pretty good as well. More stuff for Martin to do. Good guy, he's just constantly, you know, working away. But, I mean, it's good. It means at least we're kind of progressing when it comes to our clothing. And the better you're doing your clothing, the better mood people are going to be in. The better mood people are in, the faster they're going to work. And then you can also get things where they'll obviously work for longer during the winter months. Their mood will be better, so they'll work faster. So it's like, even though fur, I suppose, is warmer than linen, it's like, or not linen, sorry, wool. As long as they're working fast, which they will do because their mood will be high, because wool feels much nicer than fur, that'd be a big help. There we go, so we can now get linen cloth, we can get bagpipes and a harp, and it might be really, really nice to just have a musical instrument that isn't a flute. I know I'm probably going against type for saying this, but yeah, we can have some bagpipes and a harp, that'd be really, really nice. At least so we're not just having to hear, you know, the flute sound over and over and over again. Now here we've got Farkar. You know what, we're going to let Marit stay. We're going to get everybody else to leave except for Marit. And she will get the best bed in the world, and that'll get us McGregor level 2. Hopefully in time for to be processed into traders, however I don't think it will be. Unfortunately. Guessing we don't have any more rations, do we? No. So no scouting for us. You're taking your sweet time though, must be said. To be fair, I think that is probably the one way where it's the worst way to come into the whole map. If we kind of have if you can see through the rain, you've got one peat bog, you've got a fairly open bit of grass here, quite a long way to go. You got to cross this peat bog or this river in order to get over us, because we're kind of situated on the sort of like more right hand side of the map. If you think that's the middle there, it does take a wee bit longer to come in from the left. Maybe we should actually go ahead and expand that dirt path we've got. And in fact, that's something we should probably do up here. If we just do like a little dirt path, we just do it straight up through this forest. Maybe not too wide, thank you very much. I don't think this is a bad idea at all. Just have a nice little dirt path heading down, and down here around the mountain, I guess we can just have one kind of coming along here. You can't do it over the stones, but that's okay. There we go. Suppose they'd come on this side, then that's going to be a little bit sad for them, but you know, they can deal with that. Probably want to build a little bridge over there, but we can worry about that in a wee bit. There we go. Well fed, entertained, private room, satisfaction, soaring on up. What we love to see. As these rooms here are starting to slowly but surely get together. It's great as we come into day 114. Yeah, hopefully we get some traders coming in. I could do with some more coins. I could really do with like some more berries. I could really do with some other stuff like that. That'd be really good. Could do with some rations, etc. Just so we can go out and continue looking at the world map now that we're in a little bit more of a secure place. I mean, we need, what was it, 3 filling rations a piece for this and this. Just so we can kind of see what's coming out. Over here we need Highland rations, so we need even better rations than before. So we'll need to learn how to make those in due time. Yeah, Per Martin's working away. What are you making now? Linen cloth. Good stuff. That means we can make a linen shirt, linen coif, and lemon bottoms. Lemon bottoms, that's not what I said. At least not intentionally. So yeah, I think we go ahead and we say, hey, let's make all of these, at least 10 of them. Probably make more. Just good to kind of make sure everybody's nice and happy in the summer, because it's like linen that you can see here. Actually takes away warmth, which is good in the summer. It means that your guys aren't overheating, and actually just gives you mood. It's nice and breezy. I've got to say, after owning some linen stuff, it's actually really nice to wear. I do quite enjoy it. Ah, perfect. So we do actually have 2 traders here. We got Jonathan there. Marriot's going to give us 11 reputation. That's fantastic. We don't have a McGregor trader, which is a bit of a shame, but I'm not going to mind because we've now got a whole bunch of dry peat bricks, which is really, really nice. We can buy some berries off you, give you a couple of baskets, just, you know, repay you for the favour, and then say, the rest of it's nice, but you just go ahead and keep it until the next trader comes. A little bit of money, pretty good. We've got the dry peat, which means that we can go ahead and thatch all of this up. And we can also potentially think about harvesting. Oh yes, baby, there's a couple of these reeds that are ready to harvest. And that means that we're going to be in the straw money. Nans, what do you have for us? Oh, you got straw. Beautiful. Actually, unironically, completely beautiful. Here, have some fertilizer. Probably shouldn't be selling our fertilizer because we are going to be using it on the fields now, but it's happened now, so we'll get you to leave. Thank you very much for the straw. That's fantastic help. I think we actually say, hey, go ahead and replace all of this bit here, all of this straw here. Just replace it with thatch. Do we want to do down here? Well, maybe just hold off. We maybe don't have quite that much peat. I feel like we have quite a bit of peat, but we maybe don't have quite that much. To be fair, we do have this entire peat stack over here, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. We just kind of want to get this straw as much as we can. Yeah, we're doing some crafting. Nobody's really doing any building at the moment, but it's okay. Elspeth cooking. Callum's cooking. Everybody's just kind of cooking away. We've managed to get this stuff done here. Yeah, making sure that's a thatch roof. Indeed it is. So we should be looking at plenty of reeds coming up. Or so we hope anyway. And potentially even think about, like, you know, like just replacing them as well. As soon as we can. Just in order to get some straw together. Don't have much, but at least be able to get something done. Agnes, it seems, is just busy building this road, which, to be fair, you know, I did tell you to do that, so I can't really complain. Just having to wait for all the various other bits to get done. People storing up that straw, which is good. They don't like these seeds being out here. Yeah, try and get these seeds out of the rain, please, guys. Thank you very much. If possible. That would be very nice. Still have quite a lot of oats to do stuff with. So we've actually got quite a lot of oats growing as well, which I'm very, very happy about. Nicola, what are you doing in here? You're just in this room with Agnes. Agnes is just, you know, chilling in the dark, which is fair. I do apologise if my neck crick just picked up on the microphone there. I don't think it, I mean, it was loud to me, but I think it's because, you know, it's attached to me, so hopefully that it doesn't appear up in the recording, otherwise it's basically just going to be an episode of me just making horrible noises. Or talking, I guess you could also call that. Ah, perfect, there we go. So we're going to manage to get ourselves a whole bunch of straw now, because we're starting to replace this up, all this stuff with thatch. We cleared out this peat bog. We haven't cleared out this one, but we're kind of doing pretty well. We almost kind of want to start building a little road over to this far away peat bog, just to kind of clear that out when we get a second. Good place to get stones, this, actually. Oh, there's a fire. Fortunately, that's nothing to do with us. I mean, it is on our kind of like road path, but looks like it's just been put out with the rain, so that's good. Other than that, just working away. These reeds aren't quite done yet. They are thinking about finishing though, which is good. What we'd like to see is a couple of them done over here. We can always harvest them, get some extra straw. But hopefully this is the initial part of our straw worries are over. We should be able to now actually, you know, finish off the changes to the roofing, or the roofs here, which will be good. And then we've got some people coming in as well. Who is the next person to level up? Not sure, but McGregor, you're going to sell us kale seeds, which is pretty nice as well. A whole bunch of other stuff and animals as well. Do enjoy that. But otherwise, our next one to level up is actually Anderson. So is there anybody here who is Anderson? No. McFarlane will get you to leave. McGregor will get you to leave. Ludovic, you're Anderson. So yeah, you can stay as soon as you get here. Gosh, you're actually taking the longest. This is the one where we almost have a road built for you. So yeah, you can stay. We'll give you the nice room. And that should be us going well. Things definitely looking up in spring. I do wish we managed to get a little bit more scouting done, but we just don't really have the filling rations just now, at least until these berry bushes, you know, actually start to grow berries, or until we can buy some more off of the traders. But either way, we're still getting through things pretty well. We've managed to get the initial planting all done. In fact, we can see some hay over here, which is very, very interesting to see. I'm quite surprised that we don't have any kind of... I guess we're completely out of hay. That's why. I'm going to say, like, I'm surprised we're not getting any kind of straw from the hay, but we've managed to burn through all our hay. We're just, you know, utilizing the seeds that we have, if nothing else. So yeah, let's make sure that we stop that hay trough, just to make sure that we're keeping our hay for the next winter. As everybody goes off to bed. Ludovic should be getting pretty nice, you know, nice and satisfied. Would be very, very good. Now we could probably go ahead and say put down this toilet over here, and then we want to have a little think about how we're going to do this bit, because I'm going to need vents in these walls as well, so we can definitely do that. So let's go ahead and get those vents. We want like one there and one there. That should be pretty good, and then we put like a fireplace up here. That'll be looking pretty. Or we put the bathtub there and we put the fireplace like here. That could also work. As we come into the 5th day of spring. And our true love is giving us today, hopefully, some ashed hides. And some straw. Straw would also be very nice. Although we're definitely not doing quite as bad for straw anymore. That's for sure. Got some hay here. That's actually finished growing already. That's surprising. The hay over there is obviously having a really great time. Looks like we've got some bluebells here that we can, you know, harvest up, so we'll just tell ourselves to go do that. Ferns aren't quite ready yet, which is a little bit of a shame. Rain's going sideways again. That's alright, we can deal with that. Yeah, if we can get this. Oh, these reeds are so close to done. They are so close to done. Maybe a little bit more than a day. In fact, there's some done over there. There we go. We're going to have our straw together. That'll be great. Spring's really kind of coming into season now. These broad beans are going to take a while to grow, which is a bit of a shame. So I don't think we're getting any broad beans this year. They're going to be grown. I mean, you never know. If we manage to get like some nice traders. I was kind of hoping I could like will it into existence there, I'm not going to lie. We'll buy some nails off you, because I do like nails. We'll sell some of our baskets, all of our baskets, to buy your iron ingots as well. We can even buy some stone, but we can make that. Not too worried about that. There we go. Some good bit of reputation there. Enjoy. Could have got that cow as well, but there's no point. We don't have a breeding pair, and we're getting milk off our goats at least. Simon, what have you got for us? Hopefully berries, I like. Kale seeds, I like. Even just get some kale to go for the stew. Let's do it, and get some eel as well. Lovely stuff. We spent a huge amount of money there, but that's okay. Say some bluebell, just get rid of it. Say a barrel too, just get rid of it as well. There you go. You can at least be happy with that. And with that, we can then even start planting up the rest of that kale, which is even better. We've even got some berries. We can hopefully make some filling rations soon, that'd be good. And look at that, we've even got our heart finished. Even better. Even better. I wonder if they'll actually put that over here in the instrument rack. We can just kind of keep everything together. Oh yes, I didn't even see we got the bagpipes done as well. They're getting 2 bagpipes. I have a whole 2 bagpipes. A little bit of a waste of various stuff, but it's okay. Huge amount of clothes over here. We're going to need to do something about that. 100 reputation. For McGregor, we do love to see it. Everybody's obviously having a great time. Do hope nobody's been... Seems our kale and our berries have been eaten by the various animals that are about here. We might need to cordon off our trader. I'd half a mind to put you on the chopping block here, little sheepy. I know you're Miss Sheepy, and that's the reason you're saved. But I'm very close to putting you on the chopping block. I'm not too pleased with you. Those are kale seeds that you've just gone ahead and eaten. You've got all this hay, all this grass. Go on out and eat that. Oh, let's make sure as well we've stopped this other hay trough as well. Just to make sure that we're not wasting any of our other hay. That we're going to start hopefully harvesting pretty shortly, because it almost seems like our hay, that we already have some hay that's getting harvested. Wow, that's actually grown really quickly. We can do this and we get a couple of harvests like this. We'll be laughing. We will absolutely be laughing. That's us getting hay already. The spring crop is coming in. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And this obviously means that we'll then be able to make it into more straw, which means we'll be able to do all the other stuff we need to do as well. There's not an awful lot of things needing done. It is unfortunately the reality of it. And look at that, we're even getting a couple bits of our clay tiles out here to start potentially drying as well. You do love to see it. And that's our reeds done too. So let's make sure as well that we harvest some of these reeds, the ones that are fully grown. Beautiful. That should mean that we have no issue with straw. We should be able to replace all of our animal beds. In fact, we're nearly there. And that should make sure that everybody's nice and happy. But yeah, overall, I think this has been a really fantastic start to spring. We've really managed to, you know, keep things together. We're managing to kind of bounce back from our lack of food. I mean, 3 days of food still isn't that much, but nothing's really grown. We're just kind of doing that through, you know, just getting some eels together. You know, we're still spending plenty of time hunting. What's that over there? It's a bit of hay. Looked a little bit weird there on the old monitor, so just want to double check. And yeah, overall things I think are looking pretty good. I really can't complain. As touch and go as the winter months were, I think we're really starting to hit our stride now again, which is good. It's exactly where we want to be. Things are getting done. We've got this cooking pot there, plenty of spaces for people to come eat. You know, get some nice soup. Warm themselves up. There we go. We got Bean. Bean's coming to spend the night. Old Sonny Bean, or hopefully not Sonny Bean. Going to be chopped up by his kids. That wouldn't do us any good at all. But yeah, we can let him in for the night. He can stay, give us a little bit of money, and then we can start to think about how we can go a little bit further into the overworld. Now for that we're going to need some more berries, and the berries are going to have to not be eaten by these animals. Yeah, here you go, rent the bed, give you some ownership. Yeah, I'm almost thinking we kind of like make this like a little cordoned off area. I mean, we already have the little building here. We could just kind of do like a little dry stone fence like up along here and like that, and then potentially think about putting like the like a wee gate there. Oh, there we go. Kenneth. Hello, Kenneth. That's Elspeth and Martin's baby. There we go. That one snuck up on us. So with that, we're going to need another bit of place for the baby to stay. That's right, there's another baby. And we're going to have another one, Margaret, as well. Oh, jeez. Things are getting... Bean's just like... This is just like a family just full of babies. We're definitely multiplying pretty quick. That's for sure. Much like our crops, which I'm also quite happy about. But yeah, we'll maybe make this into like a little cordoned off area. We can move like our trading post over to here. And that means we have our stock. Excuse beavers. What are you doing over here? You're being awfully cheeky. I'm guessing they must just be young. Yeah, sweet kids. Alright, well, we'll let you off. We'll let you off this once. There you go. Another wolf just dead. Always love to see it. Just dead wolves randomly about. Oh, I wonder who had that name on them. I'm guessing, well, it could be neither of them. They didn't take any damage. Either huntress or hunter. Both just murder machines if you come anywhere near their little chickadees. And with that, it's day 6 of spring. And I think with that, probably a good place to end this episode. So I just want to say that big thank you to everyone for watching. Hope you've been enjoying this. We've still got plenty of stuff to do in this The Works difficulty of Clanfolk as we kind of go a little bit further into this new stuff that's come about. Hopefully we get to all of it before we get to update 18, or the next one, sorry. Because it'll be really interesting to see what's going to happen with these highland biomes and what can happen with that. Who knows, maybe that'll be our next one. We'll be in a highland biome. That could be quite interesting. But we'll just see what happens with that. But yeah, I just want to say a big thank you for everyone watching. Big thank you to the member of the Burger Band as well for supporting the channel. Thank you very much for your support. Very, very much appreciated. If you do want to become a member of the Burger Band, you can join through YouTube. It's just a couple of quid a month. It can be even as little as a quid a month. Just give you access to videos as soon as they're uploaded rather than when the schedules come out. As well as a couple other benefits as well. Some nice emotes, etc. So yeah, just want to say a big thank you for everyone watching. Hope you've been enjoying it. Until next time, take care.